Dzień dobry, moi drodzy. No to ja sobie między odcinkami też odpocząłem. No to wbijam do środka.
I'll go ahead.
Do Cytadeli.
A trivial matter. I know the way.
O, gawędziarz. Dowódco! Czułem bicie twojego serca. Nie ustała ani sekundę. Jak miały się sprawy? Nie wierzyliśmy. Dawali nam zaszczyty. Wiedziałem, że wyjesz. Przyszłość. Osoby, która jako pierwsza przyniosła ich tę stronę. Nowymi mocami, niczym węże. Pomocną dłoń, sztandaru. Nie było to łatwe? Odluczone szkło, wizje powodzą jedna po drugiej. Śmiertelnie niebezpieczeństwie każdy krok może wyrazić wyciem. Śmiałe posunięcie. Twoje eksperymenty do potrzymania w rękach. Ogromną maczugę dałeś mi żywego jefa. O nim zapomniałaś. Przypomnij szczegóły. Wisi nad otchłanią. Cytadelą stolicą Sarkozis. Wciąż stoi tak jak Sarkozis. Dobra. Jak miecz męstwa jesteś sztandarem naszego zwycięstwa. Jego los wyczułam twoją obecność, też ją wyczuć. Los królowej Garfy i twój są ze sobą splecione. Tego listu. Tam napisane, targałeś królową. Okej. Ej, ja chcę przejrzeć listy. Mamy tylu wysokopoziomowych kozaków. Uratuję są moich przyjaciół. Kto wysłał armię? Bafometowi. Niech zginie Brok precz z tego świata. Wyjebani. Bam! Wpierdol. O, Iomedę, siema! Czy to jest Iomedę we własnej osobie?
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
Bóstwa nieczęsto...
They rarely have good reason to. I suppose you're asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands.
No nieźle.
I know how much light and hope you have brought to the Crusaders. Your achievements are indisputable. But during all that time, your followers believed that their leader was Heaven's chosen. This is a bitter lie, and goodness and justice cannot be based on lies. The light that emanates from you is deceiving, and dangerously bright. It burns your companions, and one day it will burn you too. But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden.
Co masz do zaproponowania? Chyba mnie nie wypieprzysz.
I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Dascari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
Może i nabyłem moce z podejrzanego źródła, ale podobno mam własną
You
ścieżkę.
may think so, but alas, this is not true. It can be, however, if you accept my help.
Okej, spoko, skoro jesteś Iomedę.
In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Alushanira, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Okej. Nie przeszkadzać! Rozmawiam.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Golarion. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
Wywal ją.
I cannot do that, alas. I will not subject Golarion to the war between deities, which will surely ensue if I personally intervene in mortal affairs. But if the demoness wishes to be present for our conversation, so much the better. Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the World Wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath, or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the world wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
Bogini, może mi pomóc oczyścić duszę?
Aurilu has planted a piece of the Abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
A co jeśli gotów jestem się poświęcić?
Oh, how noble! For a brief moment, I even felt some regret that we demons are incapable of such lovely feelings. You see now, Inheritor? My little protege has more nobility in him than you expected. Shame on you.
This nobility is exactly why I came here. To help the Knight Commander learn the truth, and to show him that he has been used. Besides, I do not believe that you have been acting for selfless reasons, Lady in Shadow. Honesty and nobility have never counted among your virtues. You own the main source of Nahindrian crystals, and your servant Aurilu has learned how to break the laws of the universe with their help. Can it be that the ruler of darkness and mistress of assassins has not conceived a way to use this formidable gift for her own benefit?
Accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow, just like your bright-eyed pretty little head. It's a pity you inherited Eridan's sword, but not his sharp mind. I have but one goal now. To stop the armies of that lecherous billy-goat and that gluttonous bug from strutting around my domain as if it were their own. I don't give a fig whether it will help mortals or hurt them. If the enemy of your enemy makes you a mutually beneficial proposition, you would have to be a complete idiot to say no.
No ty kulo, czy próbowałaś to
Trying,
ukryć?
you say? I successfully hid the truth from you for as long as I deemed necessary. Are you expecting me to explain myself? My goal is to close the world wound, not to grant you a happily ever after.
Umrę, jeśli nie zamknę i umrę, jeśli zamknę.
It is true. Now do you see the perils of accepting a demonic gift? No matter how much power the Abyss gives you, that power will always be tainted by lies and misfortune. This is the justice I promised you. The right to know the whole truth, and not to be a plaything in the hands of abyssal spawn.
Zaczynam rozumieć zasady.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
Okej.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait. Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
Otrzymałem moją ranę, ponieważ ty wtrafiali sentencję masz podobną ranę. Czy dlatego, że użyłaś własnych kluczy, gdy po raz pierwszy otworzyłaś?
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has two keys.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Rilu, my love, come over here.
Oj.
Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Yes, Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound.
Notikula, spadaj w dupę se to wsadź. Co
Perhaps your
myślicie?
power came from the abyss, but your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you.
O, Ember ma
You can win
rację.
without tricks.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but how can a demon grant the power of an angel? Listen, if you had no goodness inside, you couldn't have reached Lariel in the caves beneath Canabras. I remember how once, long ago, you showed me the light of heaven. Maybe I didn't believe in you right away, but I believe in you now. You've proven time and again that you deserve the light of heaven. You are my commander, marked by an angel. This power rightfully belongs to you.
As a member of the Order of the God Claw, I ought to advise you to obey the will of the goddess, or at least to take it into consideration. But as your companion, who has spent a lot of time with you, I can't help but notice you have reforged demonic Nahindrian power into angelic power. This is a sign of order triumphing over chaos. Perhaps there is room for maneuver here. That is why I advise you to weigh all the options and make your own decision.
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
My brother is wise. Listen to his advice. Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen. As to your original question, I'll be honest with you. Your power turns my stomach like sour prunes. Reject it, it can't hurt.
These dames are tough. But Iomade is as tough as you. If she tells you to do something, you better do what she says. I can feel it in my tail. You're good and righteous and all that, so do what the
czyli
righteous
uzyskamy,
goddess
moi
is telling
drodzy,
ya.
mistyczną
Maybe
ścieżkę
it'll even make my
legendy,
life
jeśli
a bit
odrzucę teraz
easier.
moc i będę
After
mógł
you,
wylevelować postać ponad 20 level.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Listen to the goddess, Warchief. And if you won't listen to her, then listen to me. You don't need these thrice cursed powers. You're the strongest of the strong, and the bravest of the brave, even without the gifts of a mad sorceress.
Ask, and you shall have your answers.
Czym różni się moc od mocy z Gwiezdnego Kamienia?
My ascension was not accomplished in one day, and even the test of the Starstone was only one of its stages. I did not merely gain power, I embraced a sacred duty. Your power, on the other hand, stems not from long hours of study, not from trials. It is not the natural talent you were born with and carefully honed throughout your life. It is the result of an evil soul's deranged experiment with the blood of dead abyssal lords.
Okej. Dlaczego uwięziłaś zastępy aniołów?
Every one of my angels
ochotniczy,
volunteered
dobra.
for that mission. They all knew what kind of watch they were going to keep. They knew that it would be a hard and exhausting battle, but that the lives of mortals throughout Golarion would depend on it. Alas, angels' minds can be as fragile as the minds of mortals. In less than 100 years, many wavered and wished to break the oath they had sworn. I do not blame them. I blame myself for allowing them to take on a burden that was too heavy for them.
Czy wysłałeś zwiastuna, ale podążył, czy nie?
He acted on his own noble impulse, and I did not stop him. I also did not try to dispel his misconception about you being my chosen one. I do not lie, but both celestial beings and mortals can be mistaken.
She doesn't lie, sure. She merely withholds some of the truth. For the noblest of reasons, of course.
Co się stało ze zwiastunem?
My herald, my loyal companion, was captured, and now demons are using him to attack Dresden. They are holding him in the Ivory Labyrinth, Baphomet's realm of the Abyss. It is a place I cannot go, not even to save my faithful friend. For doing so would start an interplanar war.
Okay.
Right now, as we speak, Baphomet's servants are torturing the hand of the Inheritor. Tormented and anguished, he reaches for you with his thoughts and his soul. I cannot tell if he sees you as a great unfulfilled hope or a last chance. But Baphomet knows well how to exploit such desperate yearning. He has turned my herald into a source of power to open temporary portals. They do not last long, but they lead from the dungeon where the hand of the Inheritor suffers, right to your doorstep. Baphomet does not need to lead his armies through the rifts. Now he can send them right here. As long as my poor herald remains in the hands of that monster, this will not stop. I cannot say if it is still possible to save him, or if putting him out of his misery is the only way. I cannot openly ask you to intervene. But if you decide to do so, you will be helping both yourself and the one who chose the martyr's path when he followed you into the abyss.
Odkąd zdobyłem Dlaczego?
At first, I did not know who you were, or where your powers originated. This was revealed to me only when my herald offered up his dying prayer from the depths of the abyss. And following his desperate plea, I sought to confirm my suspicions. Until that point, I had observed you without intervening. After all, your crusade was securing victories, the first Golarion had seen in many years. So even if it was not I who had sent you into battle, it felt unfair to undermine you.
In other words, our Imperial guest had no problem with your power, as long as she didn't know where it came from. She didn't even share her suspicions with her own herald. And after all that, someone dares to claim that demons are the most deceitful creatures?
You should not blame someone else if you base your accusations on vague suspicions rather than solid proof. You call my behavior deceitful. You, of all creatures, who kept the commander ignorant of the fate you had chosen for him? Indeed, the insolence of demons knows no bounds.
Dlaczego zdecydowała się stąpić do świata śmiertelników w tym szczególnym momencie?
As I have already said, I am here to open your eyes to Nocticula's lies and to prevent more calamities in the future. You are at a crossroads now. I will not force you to do anything, but you needed to learn the truth and have the chance to cleanse yourself.
Dlaczego robiła wszystko?
The impulses that drive a soul as black as hers are beyond my comprehension. Perhaps she was startled by my arrival and decided not to bother keeping a secret that was bound to be revealed. Or perhaps she is up to some cunning scheme. Be on your guard. The architect of the world wound will surely try to bring you down. For if she truly is a key, then it must mean that she will die sooner or later due to the influence of her own horrible creation. And that means that sacrificing you is her only chance of survival.
Dobra, wykorzystywanie tych dwóch opcji nie ma sensu, bo to już wyjaśniła. Tego nie ma sensu.
It is time to make your decision then.
Z Notikulą nawet nie gadam. Mam cię gdzieś.
I am waiting for your answer.
Quite right.
Ej, co się odwaliło? Ja chcę opcję dialogową. Wybieramy, moi drodzy, legendę. Słuchamy Jomedę. Zmieniłem sobie rangę mistyczną.
What adorable overconfidence. We'll see how you deal with Arilu without the powers she gave you, and then you'll have to fight your way through the armies of 2 demon lords. But wait, will your powers even let you go? Will you be able to get rid of them even with the help of your Imperial guest?
Zabieraj te skrzydełka mi.
Do not listen to her. Turn to yourself. You are a mortal. That is your weakness, but that is also where your strength lies. Think about it. Who are you? your soul, your mind, your body.
A poza tym
Which
dostanę
of your
skrzydełka,
sides
bo będę
reflects
sobie
your true
levelował
self?
ten.
Put your trust in yourself. Find your strength. And strike at the abyss in your heart as hard as you can.
Tego smoczego dziedzica. Oj, no i mi znikło. No i znikła Archeolka. Polegaj na sile osobowości. Co się stało? Dlaczego mnie to zjada? Halo?
Poor mortal. For too long you have toyed with the power of the abyss, and in the...
It would have been...
Ej! Czyżbym miał... Czyżby ten jeden test mnie pogrążył? Halo? Ta stwierdziła, że nie może mi pomóc? Jeśli tak, to... Jeśli zjebałem. Zakończono porawką w teście. Kuźwa! Nie wiedziałem, że na końcu tych wszystkich dialogów będzie jeszcze test. No, god damn it. Nie, wczytujemy, moi drodzy. Wybiorę legendę jeszcze raz, moi drodzy, i zrobię ten test jeszcze raz. Generalnie to wszystko jeszcze raz rozegram, cały dialog, tylko będę przeklikiwał. Ale test charyzmy przy klasie barda, żeby nie wyszedł. Nie chcę tego autosave'a. Serio przeniosę je na początek odcinka? God damn it. Jeśli tak, to mnie flak trafi. Będę musiał robić in-dialog save, albo nie wiem, jakoś to przeklikać tak, żeby było optymalnie. Kuźwa, masz.
I'll go ahead. It is finished.
Bo te dodatkowe levele brzmią bardzo atrakcyjnie. Bla 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 bla, jak to sprawy miały, bla 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 bla, nie udała się budowa, bla 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 bla. O nie, za dużo ich! Wystarczy po nas! I nie mogę zrobić save'a, kuźwa! Uratuję przyjaciół! Dobra, spierdal! Nie budu! Mogę zapisać? Dajcie mi zapisać, halo! Nie mogę. Ja chcę ścieżkę legendy, to chcę zdać ten test, cholera.
Knight Commander, at last we meet. And the
Blah, 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 blah,
at the
blah,
same time, I grieve for you. As for a soul, you in.
I did not. Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else.
Dobrze, będzie następny.
The two of us will be more than enough. Do you,
The gods. That is true. I tried.
it
Umrę.
is true.
Trying, you say? Oh,
The
accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow. Just like your bright-eyed pretty little head.
Arilu is planted.
You will lose.
You will spoil.
Yeah.
No, where does this look familiar? Do you? That's right.
Good.
Uff. No i spieprzaj.
Wait. She's talking.
Ask. My ascension.
She doesn't lie. Sure.
As long as my poor head.
In other words,
You should not blame someone else if you base your accusations on vague suspicion. I could. But then every other demon lord. As I have already said, I am here to open. The impulses that drive a soul as black as hers are beyond my comprehension. Arilu has planted a piece of the abyss. It is time to make your decision.
Perhaps you're...
Listen to the goddess, War Chief.
I am
quite right.
Dobra, jesteśmy na tym samym etapie i dalej nie mogę napisać. Kurde. Legenda. Bum.
What adorable...
Dude.
Serious?
Polegaj na bystrości swego umysłu. Okej. Test inteligencji wyszedł. Okej. Wypadł.
So now I'm surrounded by nothing but pathetic mortals? Then I won't win.
Spiewaj.
Congratulations. You have stepped onto the path of cleansing. It will not be easy, but there you will find what the Abyss tried to steal from you. Your true self. I will help you with your first steps. You must go to the places where the power forced on you manifested itself and grew inside your soul. Start with the rift in the Midnight Fane. Once you are there, you will understand what to do next. And now I bid you farewell.
Uff, moi drodzy, ja nie mogę. Nawet więcej w troszkę ten test na końcu. Tia. Kluczowy test. Jedynka na kości. Oa. No i co mi gra chce pokazać w ten sposób?
I tire.
Miasto jest jardowe. Jest prawie jak za stary. Jak wygląda sytuacja na froncie? Jak się czuję po zobaczeniu? Jak... nie szczególnie. Teren jest pod kontrolą? Tak. Jak bójda. Wiesz coś na ten temat? Nowi ochotnicy. Dobra. O, znajdź Irabę. Dobra. O, a wy to kto? Z bronią zwoła niezadowolenie. Powinienem się spodziewać? Jak mogłeś pomyśleć? Uda mnie tak szybko jak to możliwe. Tia, to już sam na siebie. Idiota! Dlaczego przetrwał pożar? Może desna ci to pomoże. Koszmar na cię nęka? Czy chciałabyś znaleźć się w śnie? Odwiedziłem w rzeczywistości, w prawdziwym życiu. Skąd się wziął? Jeśli podzie snu Anewi, to może z nią powinnaś. Okej, pogadamy z Anewią. Lior. Po odkryciu, arendę, przewodnikiem obcym. Czego się dowiedziałeś? Żeby być szczery, nie wiem czym jest. Osób staje się bramą dla jednego bytu. Wybiór czarny wagonka Golarionu, miałem miejsce w samym czasie. Na świecie odbierający od czasu do czasu. Głowy, a samej głowy nigdy nie odnaleziono. Nigdy nie próbował mnie zaatakować. Mroczna i prawdziwie zła, instynkt Wietora. Wszystkie ciała pochodzą z znanej magii. Jak bardzo jest to niebezpieczne? Niezwykle bezpieczne. Potężne demony i śmiertelni magowie. Moce wyroczni. Okej. Co musimy uczynić? Okej. To... opcji nie mogę podejrzewać. Hrabia nie może równie o niczym wiedzieć. Był w niebezpieczeństwie i nigdy nie wydawał nic szczególnego. Dobra, pomogę mu. Zrobimy quest Daerana. Ale mi teraz gra sypie questami dosłownie. Będę na ciebie czekał z przygotowanym kręgiem. Największą porażką. A to jest inkwizytor, to zabijają go w sumie? Okej. Nieważne. Ty kim jesteś? Otworzyłem drzwi. Jakie drzwi, o czym ty mówisz? Udało ci się otworzyć drzwi? W takim razie jestem w drodze. Okej, a ty kim jesteś? Co się stało? Rok temu jednym z nas w końcu planować ślub. Wy nas skrzywdzi, ale zrobi taką zmianę. Szanuje tradycję. Era Stila. Jak się tu znalazłeś? Pomogę ci, dobra. O, dobra. Mam ograniczony dostęp do spraw krucjaty. I mamy zmęczenie. Przy okazji jesteśmy w cholernie przeciążeni. No tu lecimy ze zmiennokształtnym gryfim sercem. Przerażająca postać, moim zdaniem. I ranga mistyczna, mój drogi. Specjalizacja w broni pazur. Czyli używając chyba dzikiego kształtu będzie miał więcej obrażeń. Tutaj piekielny giermek. Przenikliwe uderzenie, bo cię skupiasz na tych. Skoncentrowane uderzenie i ranga mistyczną, i drogi. Wyrocznia. Dodatkowe sfery energii. W ogóle ile on tego będzie miał? Bojowy uzdrowiciel. Starszy żywiołak. I północ polarna. I ranga mityczna. O, czarodziejski refleks. Dobra, tutaj uczeń smoka. Ja też będę to sobie rozwijał. Swoją drogą, tą klasę prestiżową. Magiczna penetracja, a dziwię się, że nie miałaś tego. Lugawy uwiot, myślę. Zwłaszcza, że z tych zaklęć nie korzysta zasadniczo. Dobra, mityczna, magiczna penetracja. Lecimy dalej. Mobilność, podstęp, skradanie się, percepcja, może wiedza tajemna. Dam ci magiczną penetrację w sumie, bo ten możesz czarować. Ranga mistyczna. Udoskonalona inicjatywa mityczna. Ty jesteś klasycznie mnich, łucznik, zen. Prawda, gra mi sugeruje tutaj, że będziecie mogli klasować z wojownikiem, ale... Ale nie wiem, czy to ma sens. Mityczna specjalizacja z długim łuku. Mobilność bojowa moim zdaniem fajnie zadziała. I to leczenie osłabienia jest bardzo fajne. Dobra, ranga mityczna. Zaraz, to ile ona ma teraz punktów zdrowia? Dobra. A, ty mój ten koleś. Mityczna walka dwoma brońmi. Byś lepiej trafiał, mój drogi, bo on z trafianiem to ma problem. Zabójczy cel mityczny. Wiecie co ja bym dał, bo ona ma niską siłę. Więc przeznaczenie poza narodzinami. Bez rasowych kart atrybutów. Ona miała siłę na 3 czy na coś? Dobra, kogo teraz obsługuje? A, tego braciszka, dobra. O, to jest fajne. Niszczycielska fala uderzeniowa, żeby zawsze tłuc. I zawsze tłuk, mój drogi. Bo to nie... Mityczna determinacja. Fajne wzmocnienie dla kapłana, moi drodzy. To, co potrzebuję naprawdę, to kupiec.
Focus on the goal.
Halo, kupiec Lidy. Dobra, kupcy, hallo, kupcy potrzebni. Coś nowego? Nic. No w ogóle astralne dewy się przechadzają tak po prostu. Łudzi, nic mi nie powiesz. O. Kowal, zapewne mam mnóstwo nowego sprzętu. Albo masz dokładnie ten sam sprzęt, który był. No nic. To jest broń +1, to sprzedaję. To jest +1. To jest +3. To jest +1. To są bułaty +4. Lewia +4. Ten toporek to już sprzedałem. A, to tylko premia tu wzrasta. Nikt się nie specjalizuje w kilofach. A to pomaga tylko przy farwy, a to rani posiadacza. Nie potrzebuję takich śmieci. To wspomaga zbroję maga, niekoniecznie. Napierśnik +1, Plus płytuwa +2, no niekoniecznie. To jest skórznia +3, to jest napierśnik +3, to jest pełna płytuwa +3. To jest klasa trudności rzutu obronnego. Nie. Adamantytowa zbroja płytowa +2, chyba Regilowi podmieniałem. A, to jest adamantytowa płytuwa +3. Tutaj mojej tej dałem już pawęw i wyspecjalizowałem ją w pawęwach. Tylko pytanie, czy dla kogoś ta zbroja nie będzie lepsza. Nie, bo ty masz mitrilową zbroję płytową. Tutaj was to nie dotyczy. Ty, moja droga, masz masę odporności. Tutaj mitrilowa zbroja łuskowa to jest nawet lepsza od tego, bo ma bonusy ze zręczności. Ciebie nie dotyczy. Ty masz bardzo dobrą zbroję. Ty również masz bardzo dobrą zbroję. Dobra, sprzedajemy to też. To co to jest? Przekazywanie energii. To jest premia tylko +2, moi drodzy. Dobra. Tylko mi 2 miliony stukną. Ale nie, generalnie jeżeli chodzi o faty, to większość ma +4. Ty masz +5. Ty też. Ty masz +2 z niewrażliwością, to może dostać. Ty też ma coś specjalnego. Coś, co buffuje sojuszników. Dobra. Sprzedajemy. Myślę, że tylko to sobie zostawię. Dobra, teraz te pomniejsze rzeczy tak zwane. Tego też w sumie wychodzi na 6000. A nie sprzedałem jeszcze wszystkiego. Okej, dobra, to jesteśmy już, moi drodzy, na tym. Na 2 milionach. Muszę zobaczyć, czy coś nowego się pojawiło w ogóle u Chrisema Gamesa. Niech teraz ciebie chroni. Pokaż mi, co masz. Czy chciał mi dać ten? A ja stwierdziłem, niech teraz ciebie chroni, bratku mój i przyjacielu. Widzę, że tutaj ma mniejsze rękawice pojedynku. To ogranicza prędkość, więc nie, absolutnie. Tutaj widzę, że ma tanie rzeczy. A jakieś nowe kupieckie rzeczy. Dobra, okej, cena w kolejności malejącej. A, to zadaje obrażenia dzierżącemu. To nie mogę tego kupić. Teraz broń złośliwa. To jest niezłe. Okej. W takim razie myślę, że do zobaczenia, trzymajcie się.